Good morning, student. In last lecture, we saw the non-collinear point, collinear point, betweenness, and distance between 2 points. Today we are going to see the segment, ray, and lines. In our book Mathematics Part 1, that is Algebra, we have learned union and intersection of sets in the topic on set. Now let us describe the segment, a ray, and line as a set of points. First, a line segment. This is a segment AB. The union set of point A, point B, and points between A and B is called segment AB. Segment AB is written as seg AB. In brief, segment AB means segment BA. As you can write here. Point A and point B are called the end points of segment AB. The distance between the end points of a segment is called the length of segment, that is length of AB. Also we can write here distance between point A and B. Let's find out the distance. This is a 3.6. So here length of AB is equal to 3.6. Is also written as AB is equal to 3.6. Now second point, ray. Suppose A and B are two distinct points. The union set of all points on segment AB and the point P such that A dash B dash P is called ray AB. Here point A is a end point of ray AB. Next, line. The union set of point on ray AB and opposite ray of ray AB is called line AB. The set of point of segment AB is a subset of point of line AB. The next point, congruent segment. Here I draw a two segment. That segment name is AB and PQ. If the length of two segments is equal, then two segments are congruent. Let's first measure here length of AB is 5 cm and length of PQ here, that is also 5 cm. Here the length of two segments is equal, then these two segments are congruent. If length of AB is equal to length of PQ, therefore segment AB, this is the sign of congruent segment PQ. Congruent means these two segments are equal. Let's see the next point. Property of congruent segment. The first property, reflexivity. Reflexivity means each segment is congruent with itself. It means segment AB, congruent segment AB. The second property, symmetry. Symmetry means if first segment is congruent with second one, then second segment is congruent with first one. So here, if segment AB congruent segment PQ, then segment PQ congruent segment AB. And the third property, transitivity, that is if first segment is congruent with second segment is congruent with third one, then first segment is congruent with third segment. It means if segment AB congruent segment PQ and segment PQ congruent segment XY, then segment AB congruent segment XY. It means first segment congruent with second segment congruent with third, then first segment congruent with third segment. These are the property of congruent segments. Next point, midpoint of segment. In the given figure here, A dash M dash B means segment AM congruent segment MB. It means AM and MB, these distance are equal in length. So here segment AM congruent segment MB, then point M is called midpoint of segment AB. Every segment has one and only one midpoint. Let's see the next point. Comparison of segment. These are the two segments AB and CD. Here AB is a 2 centimeter and CD is a 4 centimeter. So if length of segment AB is less than the length of segment CD, so it is written as segment AB is less than segment CD. Also we can written as, it means segment CD is greater than segment AB. The comparison of segments depend upon their lengths. The next point, perpendicularity of segment or ray. This is the segment AB and this is a line CD. These two lines are intersecting at 90-degree angle. If the line containing two segments, two rays, or a ray and a segments are perpendicular to each other, then the two segments, two rays or the segment and the ray are said to be perpendicular to each other. So in this figure, segment AB perpendicular line CD, we can write as segment AB, this is the sign of perpendicular line CD, or segment AB perpendicular ray CD. This is the sign of perpendicular. So we can write, if two line, two segment or two rays are perpendicular, then we can write this statement. Let's see the last point. Distance of a point from line. This is a line AB. This is a point C, and we draw here perpendicular from point C, that is intersect at point D. If segment CD perpendicular line AB and the point D lies on line AB, then length of CD is called the distance of point C from line AB. The point D is called a foot of perpendicular. It means, suppose if length of CD is equal to A, then point C is at a distance of A from line AB. It means point C at distance A from line AB. Let's see the example on that unit. The first example is point P is midpoint of segment CD if CP is equal to 2.5. Find length of CD. Here point P is a midpoint of segment CD, so CP and PD are in equal distance. So let's write down the solution. P is midpoint of CD, therefore length CP is equal to length PD is equal to 2.5. So let's write down by using this figure. Length CD is equal to CP plus PD. CP is equal to 2.5 and PD is also 2.5 because both lengths are equal. So 2.5 plus 2.5 is equal to 5. So length CD is equal to 5 unit. Let's see the example number 2. Point Z is the midpoint of segment XY if XY is equal to 12, then find XZ. xz is a midpoint. It means xz and zy are the equal in length. First write down here z is midpoint of segment xy. Therefore, length of xz is equal to length of zy, and we assume xy and zy is equal to small a. Let's assume xz and zy is equal to small a. Then find out the value of a. Then you will get the value of xz. So as per according to this figure, the length of xy is equal to length of xz plus length of zy. A plus a, xy is a 12. A plus a, 2a. This 2 is multiplier, they become here divisor. So value of a is equal to 12 upon 2, that is a 6. So therefore xz, value of xz is a. So xz is equal to 6. Okay, writing over. The next example, if PQ is equal to 3 cm, XY is equal to 6 cm, and AB is equal to 5.4 cm, compare the segments. So in the solution, first write down given things. PQ is equal to 3 cm, XY is equal to 6 cm, and AB is equal to 5.4 cm. So first arrange these according to their distance. Arrange these increasing order. First write down PQ, then AB, and the last XY. Here 3 cm, AB is 5.4 cm, and XY is 6 cm. Here 3 is less than 5.4 is less than 6. It means PQ is less than AB is less than XY. Or also we can write here XY is greater than AB is greater than PQ. Question. On the following number line, decide whether the pair of segment given below are congruent or not. The first is segment EI and segment CD. Let's find out first distance of segment EI. Here coordinate of E is -3 and coordinate of I is -1. So segment EI, it means distance of EI is equal to, in between -3 and -1, -3 is a small number, so subtract -3 from -1. -1 minus -3. So -1 minus minus plus 3, that is a 2. Now find out segment CD. Segment CD, it means distance CD. Let's see here, coordinate of point C is 3 and coordinate of point D is a 5. So distance between CD, in between 3 and 5, 3 is a less than 5. So 5 minus 3, that is a 2. Here distance between these points are same. So therefore segment EI congruent segment CD. Let's see here question number 2. Segment FO and segment GH. For finding this segment, first find out here distance FO and distance GH. Segment FO means a distance F and O. It means distance between point F and O. Here coordinate of point F is a -4 and coordinate of point O is a 0. In between -4 and 0, -4 is less than 0. So subtract -4 from 0. So therefore 0 minus -4, that is 0 minus minus become +4. The distance FO is equal to 4. Now find out segment CD. Segment CD, find out segment GH. Segment GH means distance of GH. Here coordinate of point G is a 1 and coordinate of point H is a 4. So 1 is less than 4. So here 4 minus 1, that is 3. So here distance between 2 points FO and GH are not same. So here segment FO not equal to segment GH. Let's see in the number line. Now tell me the pair of points equidistant from point G. See, from equidistance from point G, O and B are the equidistance from point G on 1 unit. If you take 2 unit, then point I and C are the equidistance on point G. If you take 3 unit, then point A and H are the equidistance from point G. Let's see here, 1, 2, 3 unit from point A, 1, 2, 3 unit from point H from point G. So A and H are also equidistant from point G. If you take 4 unit, then point E and point D. These are the equidistant from point G, because here distance between E and G is 4 and distance between G and D is also 4. So E and D also equidistant from point D. Okay, writing over. Here our this part 2 is complete. Now your tomorrow's homework is solve the practice set 1.2. Thank you and have a nice day.